Many of you, if not all of you in this room, own a texting-enabled cell phone. According to NBC News, Merry Christmas, which I'm sure most of you will be sending this month being that Christmas is near, was the first text ever sent. 20 years ago, I'm sure that man who sent that text had no idea what texting would come to today. Texting has become one of the main means of communication. We are all guilty in having to be connected to the world all the time. We always need to know what's going on around us. After seeing many horrible accidents with my very own eyes, watching countless videos, spending many hours researching and listening to speakers talk about it, I feel I've acquired a well-rounded knowledge about texting and driving. According to Christian Science Monitor, teen drivers text more than parents think study by Susanna Kane, 26% of teen drivers sent at least one text every single time they were driving. Not many people realize the dangers of texting while driving. Experts are saying that it's even greater than drinking while driving. What's the point in it? Based on my research, I will present to you some of the dangers, legal actions taken on this issue, and what you can do to stop this nonsense. Texting while driving. What is it? It can be defined as an act of composing, sending, reading text messages, emails, or any other thing on the web while driving or operating a motor vehicle. Why do we text and drive?
Oh, you know what? You want me to maybe ask them?
Why do we text and drive? We are taught the dangers of texting while driving. Why do we do it anyway? Texting is a big part of our lives. In 2009, Canadians sent 35.3 billion peer-to-peer text messages. Canadians are also prone to drive with distractions. 88% of the drivers in Canada say they're against texting while driving, yet every 3 out of 4 admitted to texting while driving. As you can see on this, it shows the risk of crash while you're doing on your cell phone. Dialing your cell phone or calling someone, you're 2.8 times higher than to get in a crash and not distracted driving. Talking or listening, 1.3 times. Reaching for an object, 1.4 times. In a heavy vehicle, dialing your cell phone is 5.9 times. Talking or listening is 1.0 times. Reaching for your device is 6.7 times, and text messaging is 23.2 times more likely to get you in a crash than to not be doing any of that. So, since we're aware of the consequences, what's actually going to stop people? What is more important, texting back right away or saving someone's life by not texting back? Put your phones away. Since texting and driving has become a big issue, lawmakers finally started to take some action. The texting ban became a law in 2008. 32 states and DC banned all cell phone use by novice drivers. School bus drivers in 19 states may not use a cell phone while passengers are on the bus. An additional 5 states prohibit text messaging by novice drivers, and 3 states school bus drivers and texting. Only 1,300 texting tickets were issued in Minnesota last year. That's a tiny fraction of the 202,000 issued for speeding and 30,000 for drunken driving. Our legislators and us must take action to decrease the number of people putting their lives and others' lives in danger. Those are some of the laws. Now what can you do? Do your part to stop texting while driving. There are new apps for smartphones that you turn on, and when you turn on your car, the GPS feature on your phone signals with your car, and as long as you're going over 10 miles an hour, it shuts off the texting mode on your phone, so it prohibits you from texting while driving. Help the laws. If teens know that they could face up to 90 days in jail for driving while text messaging, or could spend 15 years in prison for a text messaging while driving fatality, they might stop. So please, help us with this. Help stop it. According to the Egan Patch, one teen student said, "Everyone knows it's illegal because it's the equivalent of closing your eyes while driving on the road. Teenagers think, no, a car accident isn't gonna happen to me, but it's like, no, you don't understand." Spread the word. AT&T has been posting many commercials to help raise awareness on this fact. As you will see in this video right here.
work. It'd be him saying, "Hi, Ma, what you doing?" And he knew that I was at work. And just those little things throughout the day, he'd always say, "I love you. I love you, Ma." This is the unfinished text message that our son was typing when he drove off the road and died of a massive skull fracture.
So as you can see, AT&T is helping to do their part in texting while driving. So you guys should help spread the word and do things like that. Maybe if it's a school competition, or just to spread the word by mouth and tell people that it's not good. Don't be subtle. Teens respond to harsh reality. They do. It helps to make it as real as possible. Share stories with them. They need a lot more in-your-face type stuff to realize that it's so bad. Seeing some of these things can change someone's perspective greatly. Set a good example to the peers and people around you. If you're texting while driving, or if your brother or sister's texting while driving, how can you tell everyone else not to? Ultimately, the decision to help not text and drive is upon you. Will you do what it takes? If every one of you stopped texting while driving, you would decrease vehicular accidents significantly. Many people do not realize the dangers of texting while driving. In stories from people like you, people submitted stories on how their life was affected by a texting and driving accident. They're not altered nor edited. Some of the stories were short, some are long, but they all show the personal price that each person paid and the tragedies that people faced from texting while driving. Here is Kenna's story. I lost my best friend, who was also my baby brother, on September 11, 2010, due to distracted driving. So your message hit home for me. My brother, a single father of two, was my next door neighbor every morning, and he would leave for work. He moved next to me so I could help him raise his daughter as she was becoming into the teenage years. Now, every time I leave for work, I leave my driveway in tears, knowing that the matter of seconds changed so many lives. When my brother won custody of his children, he asked to build a home on my property next to me so I could help him. I was thrilled to have him close to me, as my daughters would soon be off to college. So having him there was once a blessing. Now their empty home, as much as it was a curse, as much as it was a blessing, it is now a curse. If only he would not have been distracted for the few short seconds. His fiancée was in the truck next to him. When they were about to get in an accident, he launched himself over him to cover her and save her life. She survived with minor cuts and scrapes, however her emotional scars are significant. She was pinned in the vehicle under my brother for a couple of hours. That was just the person CJ was. Although he was driving and took his eyes off the road, for a matter of seconds, CJ died saving someone's life that he loved. To me, he is a hero, and that is what I tell his children. The solution starts with each and every one of us supporting the laws that ban texting while driving and spreading the message about how bad it really is. Texting while driving should not be happening. Those few words that you're sending or reading, they're not worth it. They will never be worth it. The message is clear. Don't text and drive.